I haven't pooed in almost 8 months. No, I mean, I haven't washed my hair in almost 8 months. Okay, so if you're watching this video, you probably know what the no-poo method is. I haven't washed my hair conventionally in almost 8 months. I've been using baking soda and water for the shampoo, and apple cider vinegar and water for the conditioner. And you might ask why I've been doing that, and the answer is my hair looks and feels fantastic, and it's definitely never been healthier, and you have to wash it less, it's cheaper. Meet the no-poo characters. We have baking soda and water for the shampoo, and we have apple cider vinegar and water for the conditioner. It's super easy to make, it's very cheap, but also it's effective. I can honestly tell you that I would not have kept up with it for this long if I didn't think it worked, because as much as I want to try and eliminate chemicals in my life and be as healthy as possible, I'm not really quite willing to sacrifice my hygiene. So that's just a testament to how well this works, because I've been raving about it, and it's just because I surprised myself. When I started this, I was a little bit skeptical, to say the least, and I just thought, you know, my hair's really big, it's crazy, it's curly, it's probably for people with shorter, straighter, silkier, finer hair. But I just decided to try it, and that's why I wanted to make this video and show you guys exactly how to do it and, you know, really break down the process for you. The shampoo that you buy from the store is essentially a detergent that completely strips your hair of everything, including dirt and oil, which sounds good, and it is to a degree, but it also strips your hair of the natural oil, and when it does that, your hair and your body in general knows exactly what to do, and it kind of freaks out because it realizes it doesn't have anything, so it secretes even more to make up for it, which is why sometimes you need to wash your hair every day, every other day, and you start this vicious cycle that just keeps going, and every time you use that conditioner, you use that shampoo, and it strips your hair, you're starting the cycle again. So this is washing your hair, but it's leaving all of that. So I only wash my hair once a week, and I don't need to wash it more than that. Another thing that I have noticed is that I haven't needed to use as much product in my hair since I've started the no-poo process, and I switched for what I use every day, I've switched to this cream, which I picked up at Whole Foods, which was surprisingly, I think it's $8 or $9. Everything, it doesn't have any parabens or sulfates, everything is non-GMO, and I find it works really well to just add a little bit of hold, and I just, you know, put a little dab in and, you know, do my hair like I normally would. But this isn't to say that you can't use product, because when I go out, I will still use hairspray, I'll still use whatever I normally would. I did the Spartan race a month ago and was covered head to toe in mud, submerged in mud, and even after 6 months of doing it at that point, I was a little bit nervous that it might not work, and I'm telling you, every single time it still can be a little bit surprising at how well it works. The weirdest part is that it doesn't lather. That definitely takes the most getting used to, but other than that, you know, when I was first starting off, I would always think every time, you know, I'm not sure if this is really going to be enough, but it is. And so yeah, you can still use product, you can still style your hair as you normally would, you can still color it, dye it, highlight it, any of that, but it's definitely worth, you know, any kind of detox period that anyone talks about. I didn't really notice it, but, you know, 2 weeks of maybe having a little bit of funky hair while your hair gets used to it. I mean, put it up in a bun, put it in a hat, you know, braid, whatever, but like I said, I really didn't think it was that bad. And if it is, I still think it's worth it. So give yourself a good solid month of trying it, and I think you will be happy with your results. So for the no-poo shampoo, you're gonna start off with just a tablespoon of baking soda. Some people say that you can add 2, but like I said, with all of my crazy, curly, long, vicious hair, a tablespoon works for me, so it will probably work for most people. And then you're gonna add a cup of distilled water, I use, because it doesn't have any minerals, any added anything. It's the cleanest, simplest form of water. So that's what I use for all of my cleaning products. All right, so there we go. Here's our shampoo. And before you use it, just give it a little shake, and I'll be showing you how to use it, but that's all you need for your shampoo. And then your conditioner. Now for normal to dry hair, you would only use a tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar to a cup of water. However, for hair like mine, which is really crazy and curly and dry, I use more, so I do half and half. So again, if your hair is oily to normal, use a tablespoon, maybe 2. Play around with it a little bit, see what works for you. For me, I do half cup of apple cider vinegar and a half cup of the distilled water, which I've been making this for so long, I already know that this container is about half and half. And don't go crazy with your measurements, you know, use it to eyeball, but once you start making it after a certain amount of time, you kind of just know. And then that's it for your conditioner. And again, just give it a little shake. So I can honestly say I've never had a video camera in my shower before. Obviously I have a bathing suit on, and I'm going to show you guys how I apply it. I'm the kind of person I like to see every single step. So here we go. Also, I am going to be cutting my hair after I wash it and having it blown out. It's kind of a big deal for me because I haven't colored my hair in well over a year now, and it's clearly gotten very long. So we're actually going to be cutting out all the rest of the color, so I'm getting my virginity back. No, really, I'm going to have completely virgin hair, so I'm kind of excited. So first of all, make sure that you rinse your hair really well and really scrub, because the water actually does a lot. So really get in there. Now that you've finished rinsing your hair, we're ready for the shampoo. And so give it a little shake, and then we're going to use the spray bottle to apply it, which really helps so that you don't have to worry about dumping it on your head and making sure everything, you know, you don't want to waste it. Half of it goes down the drain that way. So I take all my hair to one side, and I really spray it pretty generously. And then I take it, and I really, you know, just get it in there. Then I go to the other side. Make sure you get underneath, get the ends. Alright, nothing's coming out now. Really scrub it in there. And then we're going to go for the top and the bottom. So you want to make sure you get the sides. Get all in your roots. Get both sides, get underneath, the top, get the back, and really, you know, massage everything in there. And then we're going to lift up your hair, and we're going to get underneath. Really use your fingertips, use your nails, get in there. And then we're ready to rinse it out. And make sure you rinse it well. And then after you're done rinsing, we'll be ready for the conditioner. Okay, so here's your conditioner. It's apple cider vinegar. And just so you know, don't worry, you're not gonna be walking around smelling like a sub shop, like a sandwich. It completely rinses out. Some people only do the ends of their hair. I do everything. So it's really up to you. you know, depending on if your hair is naturally dry, you're gonna want to do everything. If it's a little bit more oily, maybe it'll just stick to the ends. But you know, like I said, experiment a little bit, figure out what works for you. And I do the same thing, bring it all to one side, bring it all to the other, and then make sure you get up underneath and get the sides, the top. And just continue to scrub with your fingertips. And then that's pretty much it. Once you've done that, then you know, you're just gonna do your thing. This is all me, baby. No, really, this is all my natural color, but look how short it is in the back. Oh, it feels so weird. Oh, it's gonna take some getting used to, but I really like it. So there we go. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys for my next video. Bye.
Train wrecks do we need to see before we lose touch? And we thought this was low. Well, it's bad.